Read Primordial Rimuru by H_ZZZedimal8. Journey of the Central World. The Central World is beautiful. That was my genuine thought. I've been in hell all this time and haven't really noticed how nice everything is. The sweet aroma of nature, soft songs of birds, pathetic attacks of weaklings, clueless idling of humans. Me and Rain had to hold back on laughing because this arrogant idiot keeps provoking weak monsters that he can't beat. The world has a lot to offer. We toured several human establishments with illusion magic, though none could rival Tempest nor my territory in hell. Some bits here and there were interesting, such as the weird doll that Rain insisted we get, or the spyglass thing. Misery took note of the entertainment, dancing, music and the like. Speaking of Rain, she and Misery got some abilities that I never really checked out. Misery possesses the ultimate skill, Hyperion, Lord of Observation, after evolving her unique skill, Observer, which Seal helped her to get. Rain possesses the ultimate skill, Ergia, God of Laziness, after evolving her unique skill, Slacker, which of course Seal once again helped her to get. That skill tells me everything I need to know about Rain, but I wonder what it does. Maybe make things easier to do. Seal. The unique skill, Slacker, enables spells to take effect much faster and have a smaller cooldown. For example, poison spells could take effect faster, and spells requiring the user to charge up such as Fireball could rapidly expand instead of slowly. Guy. So it's not just some cheap way out of doing chores. What about the ultimate skill? Seal. The ultimate skill, Ergia, Lord of Laziness, maximizes the potency of spells, reduces the use of magic power, and reduces the time needed to activate spells. The user can still adjust and lower the potency of their spells, but it's much more easier. Additionally, they will possess the ability, Overcharge, which enables the user to cast spells without expending magic power for a short period of time. This time frame depending on their experience and mental strength. Guy. Whoa, doesn't that just sound kinda overpowered? You could just cast a ton of disintegration spells or nuclear magic simultaneously? Seal. The user's concentration still determines whether a spell will be effective or not. Therefore it will be hard to manipulate mass amount of nuclear and holy magic simultaneously. Moreover, the drawback is fatigue to extreme fatigue depending on how much magic power was used, since the ability allows an individual's magic power to pass their limits without becoming unconscious. Guy. Well, I guess it's good that it's got a drawback. What about Misery's though? I think she's got the same skill as Esprit. Seal. That is half correct. Misery's skill evolved into Hyperion, Lord of Observation, from her unique skill, Observer. Her unique skill has the same name as Esprit's, but the characteristics and effects are different. Most notably, Misery's Observer allows her to peer into locations that she has visited anytime, whilst Esprit's allows her to maintain contact with others that she has met across space and time. Guy. Basically a crystal ball, but you don't need to carry it around. Seal. Affirmative. Guy. It's good that my subordinates are stronger. I think I'll get to see Vinava real soon, right Seal? Seal. Yes, Vinava is at the Heaven Tower, west of Luminous Valentine's country. Guy. Luminous Valentine. Her country will be destroyed by Veldora sometime in the future, right? Seal. That is correct. Guy. Well, can I stop him? Seal. Master is capable of defeating Veldora without a problem, even with his powers limited from all his ultimate skills. Guy. So you're saying that I could knock him out by punching him? Seal. Yes, that is what I am saying. Guy. Even so, I doubt it's the same for Vinava. Seal. Since creating the world, Vinava has been weakened, so it is highly unlikely for Master to lose against Vinava in his current state. Guy. I hope you're right about that, after a journey across the world. The Holy Void Damerganya. This place is pretty nice, but it's lacking, mostly in entertainment. What do you even do around here? People walking left and right, some buying stuff, sitting in a restaurant, eat, sleep, live. It's very easy to get bored here, especially since the ones living here are giants with long lifespans. I look around the Heaven Tower. No guards trying to stop me. How nice. I walk up to some sort of magic circle with my maids, and it teleports us to a castle. How neat. This is rather extravagant. Welcome, Red Primordial Guy. I have been expecting you. Guy. Oh, you have, haven't you? I look at the person standing in front of me. He's got an air of majesty around him. A modest stature, long black hair, blue eyes, white stars scattered in his hair. It's like I'm looking at a galaxy. Hey, I have expected you to arrive later. It seems you have exceeded even what I have foreseen. Guy. You obviously wanted me to come here for a reason, so how about revealing it? Straight to the point, but a point I did not expect. That's what I love about my creations though. I stare at him, waiting for him to continue as he idles by and daydreams like there's no tomorrow. Apologies for this momentary musing. Please, come sit. He guides me to a white table with 2 seats. Innocent, calm, perfect. I have no idea where this is. I tell my maids to stand by behind me. I turn back to the man and he suddenly gives a request. I wish for you to become this world's mediator. Guy. You mean push all your problems onto me? No thanks. His eyes widen a little, mouth half open. He then recomposes himself. Clearly he was unsure of what was going to happen, but suspecting my initial rejection. Your response was also outside of my prediction, but I suppose this is further proof of who you are on the inside. Guy. You don't need to give a response or information pertaining to how you got here. Damn, he saw right through me. I forgot that he used to be omniscient, and still can find out people's identities rather easily. All I want to know is if you plan on destroying this world. Guy. Why would I do that? It's such a hustle and this world is too interesting. Ha 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 ha. Yes. Exactly, ha 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 ha. He laughs for a bit. I chuckle a little but still feel a little awkward around him. You see, this is why I got rid of my omniscience, omnipotence and omnipresence so I can experience a life that's less dull. Surely you've experienced the same boredom being not only the strongest primordial, but also the most powerful demon. Guy. I do share your point, and it does relieve me somewhat to hear that coming from you. Even you should know your standing in this world. After all, you've went through this before, haven't you? Or at least you know some aspects of the future. Guy. Yes, you are right. Like you, being stuck climbing the same rope makes you dull and tired. I just decided to climb another rope. Then, you must know at least what has occurred after my death. Guy. Yes, you don't have to worry about that. He looks at my eyes earnestly, waiting patiently for what I was going to say next. I retort with my gaze reaching straight to his soul, showing my sincerity. Guy. Milam will be taken good care of. 9. Confronting the interloper. Vinava Pav. My heart breathed a sigh of relief as I heard that. I know she hasn't been born yet, but I care for her as if she was one of my own. My treasure and embodiment and my love and power and the one I will leave. Vinava. Thanks. For telling me. I know it's rather selfish. Guy. It's fine, you have sacrificed a lot and will continue to sacrifice more. You act in the best interests of others instead of your own. However, I must say that this sometimes has a negative effect overall. Vinava. Could I ask you to guide her? She'll rampage and destroy a lot of the world otherwise. Guy. Yes, I'm aware, and perfectly capable. Maybe you'd like to find out personally. Vinava. Who? Now this is very interesting indeed. It has been so long since I've had a good fight. Normally I'd ask my servants to spar with me, but of course they're insufficient or try to hold back as much as possible even if I ask them not to. As the creator, it's virtually impossible to have your creations stand over you without having transferred your powers or make yourself weakened. It's like stacking wood on top of each other, and you are busy needing to stabilize it. Of course, having created the red primordial, I still never expected this level of growth until I realized that he's not completely rouge on the inside. I recognized his strength and merely did what I thought was best by contacting him after he reached here. After all, an opponent is what all living beings need in the end. A challenge. I'm no exception, of course. Guy Pav. Vinava stood up straight after me. I thought of him as someone who does things on a whim based on his actions and mistakes such as High Humans, Michael, Feldway and the rest. I guess he really did try his best, even if he wasn't at his prime and lacked enough information to progress accurately and without fault. We fly outside the castle and into the air. He was smirking the whole time. Seems he's really excited about meeting a potential match for his strength. I can relate. We get ready at our positions. Besides Vinava, I can see Seal making a real mischievous face. I've got a bad feeling about this. Veldanava starts off the fight by firing Stardust Blast at me. I try dodging but still got my left arm hit. Guy. Whoa. Seal, why did that hurt so much? Seal. Master shouldn't be too relaxed, and needs to be capable even when his powers are limited. Guy. What? What do you mean my powers limited? Why is it limited? Seal. I sealed Master's skills to give him a challenge. Guy. Couldn't you at least tell me you were going to do this beforehand? Seal. For optimum results, doing it in the spur of the moment when it's least expected is necessary. Guy. So what moves can I use? Seal. Master can use his extra, unique, intrinsic and ultimate skills, but skills such as Turn Null, and others that can immediately nullify the opponent has been disabled. Guy. Not that I wanted to kill him, but I've always wanted to make the creator get a beating. Veldanava rushes towards me, manifesting a lustrous blade. He takes a lunge and I block his strike with my own blade, a sharp and beautiful katana with a black handle and a wide yellow stripe at the top of the hilt. Clang! His sword and mine make contact and clashes against each other, trying to outshine the other. He swings his sword swiftly and over thousands of times with thought acceleration, and I try my best to match it. Unfortunately, thanks to Seal, I got a few cuts on my body, which stung since I haven't been cut like this for millennia. Veldanava chuckles a bit seeing blood appear all around my body. It hurts to see him so overly confident with himself. Veldanava. I really thought you had more in you, Guy. But it seems you're just another demon in the end. Guy. Oh, I'll show you all right. As he brings down another slash, I perfectly block it and turn my katana to deflect and kick him away. I hold my hand up, casting consecutive spells. Napalm Burst. Calamity Claw, Hell's Core, Flaming Meteor Shower. Veldanava charges up another spell, but instead of firing something, he encases himself in some sort of protective aura comprised of stardust energy. He glows for a few moments before the light dissipates. As my attacks start hitting him, they were deflected one by one. Each of the dragons from the Napalm Burst broke off one by one into nothing. The flaming meteors disintegrated into dust upon making contact with Veldanava's aura. Hell's Core seemed to only act as a smokescreen. No damage was inflicted on him. His aura seems to also have dispelled the effects of Calamity Claw. No symptoms evident on Veldanava. Veldanava. That truly was an impressive display of strength, however, you are no match for me. Guy. Your cockiness is a result of some unforeseen circumstances. You should count yourself lucky. Veldanava. Ho? Resorting to excuses now? Well, as expected of the most prideful of all primordials. Nevertheless, if what you say is true, then it's honestly a shame. Guy. A shame indeed, now beating you up is a bit harder. Veldanava. Haven't lost your spirit yet? Kuhahaha. Good, I'm only getting started. Is this dude for real? He reminds me of Veldora. But then again, he is Veldora's older brother, so it's understandable. I hope Seal didn't weaken me too heavily so I can beat him up properly. I spammed some more spells like Shattering Eruption, Supernova, Gloomy Blare, and Gravitational Pulse. I was lucky that Gloomy Blare and Gravitational Pulse was actually able to do something to Veldanava, disrupting his concentration, and I was able to evade him. Gloomy Blare was a blast that emits a deafening sound and a highly concentrated beam that wasn't able to pierce his barrier. Gravitational Pulse bounced off Veldanava and back at me, saving me from Veldanava's Star Striker, which sent various penetrating missiles at my direction. Despite all my efforts, I could not beat Veldanava. He was standing tall whilst I was a bloody mess, clothes shredded, couple of bruises here and there. Worst of all, I couldn't rely on Seal since she wanted me to try beating him on my own. I tried concocting various spells, hoping just one of them would incapacitate him. Plasmatic Prions. A spell I just came up with is supposed to completely nullify Veldanava and stop him from attacking me anymore if it can get inside his shield. I fired it alongside Dark Momentum and Soul Aim. The two would boost the attack's power and make it much more likely to affect Veldanava. I watched the Prions make contact with Veldanava instantly, his Stardust aura trying its best to keep the attack from touching him. Veldanava probably didn't notice this attack as he kept charging straight at me. Perfect. I use Corporeal Drain and Energy Siphon to try to take down his aura. Vinava realizes what I was up to and responded with soul power, turning his motivation, emotions and willpower into literal energy that strengthens his attacks and defenses. One strike after another, his sword slices across my body, creating wound after wound, and finally he used negative burst, and unleashed a wave of negative force which burrowed me deep into the ground. Vinava. Had enough yet? I didn't speak. Vinava spawned a couple of stardust ballistics, which went straight up into the sky. I could only watch as they turned and swiftly went down onto me. Crash. I yield. Curse you, Seal. This is all your fault. I'm going to punish you for eternity.